Adam's spider secret explodes as Chelsea learns the truth. Adam Newman had kept dangerous secrets before, but tonight felt different, because this time, he looked almost relieved to confess. The second Chelsea walked into the penthouse, she knew something was wrong. Adam wasn't working, wasn't drinking, wasn't pacing. He was just standing there near the window, staring out at the city like a man waiting for a storm to hit. And when he finally turned toward her, the look in his eyes sent a chill straight through her. "I need to tell you something," Adam said quietly. Chelsea froze instantly. Those 6 words had destroyed lives in Genoa City before, and somehow, she already knew this wouldn't end well. "What happened?" she asked. Adam exhaled slowly. "It's about Spider." Chelsea's entire body stiffened. That name, that dark version of Adam, the hacker, the manipulator, the identity he once buried deep enough that even he claimed to hate it. But now, the way he said it sounded almost nostalgic, and that terrified her. "You promised me that part of your life was over?" Chelsea whispered. Adam nodded once. "I know." "Then why are we talking about it again?" Because he couldn't hide it anymore. Not after what happened with Riza. Chelsea stepped closer, carefully. "Adam, what did you do?" For a second he said nothing. Then came the confession that changed everything. "I miss it." Chelsea blinked. "What?" Adam's jaw tightened. "I miss being Spider." Silence, heavy, uncomfortable, the kind of silence that makes your stomach twist before your brain even catches up. Chelsea stared at him like she didn't recognize the man standing in front of her. "You can't mean that." "But I do." Adam finally sat down, rubbing both hands over his face. "You have no idea what it felt like back then. No rules, no expectations, no Newman pressure, nobody telling me who I had to be." Chelsea's voice sharpened instantly. "You were breaking laws." "I was alive." That answer hit hard, too hard, and Chelsea noticed something even worse. Adam wasn't ashamed, if anything. He sounded tempted. She slowly shook her head. "This is because of Riza, isn't it?" Adam looked away immediately, and that was all the confirmation Chelsea needed. Riza, the mysterious woman who had recently drifted into Adam's orbit. Too smart, too calm, too interested in his darker instincts. Chelsea had warned him weeks ago that Riza brought out something dangerous in him. Adam denied it then. Now, he couldn't deny anything anymore. "She understands that side of me," Adam admitted quietly. Chelsea laughed bitterly. "No, she feeds that side of you." Adam stood again instantly. "She doesn't control me." "Then why are you defending her?" His silence answered everything. Chelsea felt her chest tighten, not because Adam had feelings for Riza, but because the woman represented something much worse. Freedom from guilt, freedom from morality, freedom from consequences, and Adam looked dangerously close to embracing it. "You said this wasn't about her," Chelsea snapped. "It's not." "Then why does every conversation lead back to her?" Adam's expression darkened. "Because she sees who I really am." Chelsea stared at him in disbelief. "And what exactly is that supposed to mean?" Adam stepped closer. "It means maybe I've spent years pretending to be someone I'm not." The room went cold. Chelsea suddenly realized this wasn't just some emotional confession. This was a turning point. Adam wasn't fighting his darkness anymore. He was considering accepting it. Meanwhile, across town, Victor Newman was already sensing trouble, because nothing involving Adam ever stayed hidden for long. Victor sat in the ranch office reviewing reports when Michael Baldwin entered quietly. One look at Michael's face told Victor this wasn't business. "What is it?" Victor asked sharply. Michael hesitated. "I received information involving Adam." Victor immediately looked up. "What kind of information?" Michael lowered his voice. "There are rumors he's reconnecting with people tied to his old spider network." Victor's expression hardened instantly. "That's impossible." "I hope so." But Michael didn't sound convinced. and neither was Victor. Because Victor knew something most people didn't. Adam had always been at his most dangerous when he stopped caring what others thought of him. And lately, that's exactly where he seemed headed. Back at the penthouse, Chelsea refused to let the conversation die. "You need help," she told Adam firmly. Adam scoffed softly. "There it is." "What does that mean?" "The moment I say something honest, suddenly I'm unstable. You just admitted you miss being a criminal." "I admitted I miss feeling powerful." Chelsea stared at him. "No, you miss feeling untouchable." That one landed hard. Adam looked away again, and for a split second, Chelsea saw it. Conflict. Real conflict. Part of him knew she was right, but another part was dangerously addicted to the thrill he once lived for. The thrill of being Spider. The thrill of controlling entire situations from the shadows. The thrill of knowing nobody could stop him. And Riza had awakened those feelings again. Chelsea finally asked the question she had been dreading. "What have you already done?" Adam hesitated too long. Way too long. Chelsea's face paled. "Oh my God. It's not what you think." "Then tell me." Adam exhaled slowly. "There was a breach." Chelsea froze. "A breach?" "At Newman Media." Her eyes widened instantly. "You hacked Newman Media?" "No." But again, that hesitation destroyed whatever trust remained. Chelsea stepped backward. "You helped someone." Adam's silence confirmed it, and suddenly everything made sense. The late nights, the secret phone calls, the paranoia, Riza, Spider, it all connected now. Chelsea looked horrified. "You crossed the line again." Adam's voice lowered dangerously. "You don't understand the situation." "Then explain it." But Adam couldn't, because the truth sounded even worse out loud. The breach wasn't random, it was targeted, precise, and Riza had known exactly where to hit, which meant one terrifying thing. She had been planning this for a long time, and Adam had helped her anyway. At the ranch, Victor made a call that changed the entire game. "Find Riza," he ordered coldly. "Immediately." Because Victor Newman trusted very few instincts more than his own. And tonight, his instincts were screaming. Adam was spiraling. Again. But this time felt darker, more intentional, more dangerous. Because Adam wasn't losing control. He was choosing it. Later that night, Adam finally met Riza in a private parking garage beneath an abandoned building downtown. And the second she stepped from the shadows, Adam already knew she had heard everything. "You told Chelsea," Riza said calmly. Adam's jaw tightened. "She pushed." Riza smirked faintly. "She always does." Adam folded his arms. "You used me." Riza tilted her head. "No, I reminded you who you are." "That's not the same thing, isn't it?" The tension between them grew heavier, because deep down, Adam feared she might be right. Riza moved closer slowly. "You miss it," she whispered. Adam didn't answer. "You miss the control." Still silence. "You miss the rush." His breathing changed slightly, and Riza noticed. "You were never meant to play the obedient son forever." Adam finally snapped. "Stop acting like you know me." "But I do know you." Her eyes locked onto his. Spider was the real you. Adam looked shaken for the first time all night, because part of him believed her, and that terrified him more than anything. Then, suddenly, a car door slammed upstairs. Both of them froze. Riza immediately stepped back into the shadows. Adam turned sharply toward the stairwell. Footsteps, approaching fast. Then a voice echoed through the garage. "Adam!" "Victor." Adam's eyes widened instantly, and Riza disappeared before Victor reached them. Victor stormed into the garage furious. "What the hell is going on?" Adam tried to steady himself. "Nothing." Victor looked around carefully. "You're lying." Adam said nothing. Victor stepped closer. "I warned you years ago what would happen if Spider ever resurfaced." Adam's face darkened. Maybe Spider never disappeared. Victor stared at his son in disbelief, and for the first time in years, Victor Newman genuinely looked afraid of Adam. Part 2. Adam crosses the point of no return. As Victor declares war. Victor didn't speak for several seconds. He simply stared at Adam, studied him, measured him, and what Victor saw tonight reminded him of a younger version of his son. A colder version. A version capable of almost anything. "You sound proud of this," Victor finally said. Adam laughed once under his breath. "You know what's funny? Everyone keeps acting shocked, but nobody ever asks why Spider existed in the first place." Victor's expression hardened. "You made your own choices." "No," Adam shot back. "I adapted." The garage suddenly felt suffocating. Years of resentment were pouring out now, and Adam clearly wasn't holding back anymore. "You spent my entire life trying to mold me into your version of strength," Adam continued. "Then you act surprised when I learned how to survive without your approval." Victor stepped closer. "You are dangerously close to destroying yourself." Adam smirked bitterly. "Maybe destruction feels better than disappointment." Victor's patience snapped instantly. "This is about Riza." Adam's silence confirmed it again. Victor shook his head slowly. "That woman is manipulating you." "No," Adam replied coldly. "She's honest with me. She's using you." "Maybe I wanted to be used." Victor stared at him carefully. That answer disturbed him more than anything else tonight, because it revealed something deeper. Adam wasn't simply rebelling, he was exhausted. Exhausted from trying to be better, exhausted from fighting his impulses, and people in that state often made catastrophic decisions. Victor lowered his voice. "What did you do?" Adam looked away. "Nothing that can't be fixed." "That is not an answer." Adam finally turned back toward him. There was access to confidential files. Victor's eyes narrowed instantly. "You breached Newman systems." "No." "But you helped." Again silence. Victor's rage exploded. "You fool!" Adam's expression darkened immediately. "I'm not a child." "No, a child would understand consequences better than this." The words hit hard, but Adam barely reacted now. That almost scared Victor more. Usually Adam fought back emotionally. Tonight, he looked detached, like a man already halfway committed to something irreversible. Victor took one dangerous step closer. "You will end this tonight." Adam shook his head. "You can't control this." Victor's voice turned icy. "I can bury it." Adam laughed again. "There it is, the great Victor Newman solution." Victor pointed directly at him. "You think this spider fantasy gives you power? It makes you weak." Wrong thing to say. Adam's eyes instantly changed, cold, sharp, wounded. "You still don't get it," Adam said quietly. "Then explain it." Adam stepped closer. "When I was Spider, nobody underestimated me." Victor said nothing. No expectations, no comparisons, no constant reminders that I'd never measure up to Nick or Victoria. Victor's jaw tightened. "That is your insecurity talking." "No," Adam snapped. "That's reality." The anger between them exploded now, years of resentment finally boiling over. "You created this version of me," Adam continued. "Every rejection, every test, every reminder that I was never fully trusted." Victor stared at him coldly. "And now you want sympathy for becoming a criminal?" Adam's expression went blank. "That's the problem. You still think this is about crime." Victor suddenly understood something terrifying. Adam didn't see Spider as evil anymore. He saw Spider as freedom, and that made him far more dangerous. Meanwhile, Chelsea was making a desperate decision of her own. She couldn't sit still anymore. Something about Adam's behavior felt wrong, not reckless, not impulsive, calculated, and that scared her. So she did the one thing Adam would never forgive. She called Billy Abbott. Billy answered immediately. "Chelsea, I need help." Her voice alone told him everything. Within minutes, Billy arrived at her place, and after hearing the full story, even he looked shaken. Adam admitted this himself? Billy asked. Chelsea nodded slowly. He said he misses being Spider. Billy exhaled heavily. That's bad. He's hiding something bigger. Billy agreed instantly, because Adam only confessed partial truths when the full truth was much worse. Chelsea sat down slowly. I think Riza pulled him into something dangerous. Billy folded his arms. She didn't pull him. Adam walked into it. Chelsea looked devastated. You think he's gone too far? Billy didn't answer immediately, and that silence said enough. Back in the garage, Victor delivered one final warning. You cut ties with Riza tonight. Adam looked completely calm now. No. Victor's eyes narrowed. You are choosing her over your family? Adam answered without hesitation. She doesn't judge me for who I am. Victor's voice became deadly quiet. She encourages the worst parts of you? Maybe the worst parts are the real parts. Victor stared at his son in disbelief. Then came the moment neither of them would forget. Victor leaned closer and said 4 brutal words. You disgust me tonight. Adam froze, and even though he tried hiding it, that one hurt, deeply. Victor turned to leave, but Adam stopped him cold. You know the funny thing? Adam said quietly. Victor paused. Adam's eyes darkened. You're only afraid because Spider gets results? Victor slowly turned back around. That is not strength. Adam smirked faintly. No, it's effectiveness. Victor walked away without another word, because suddenly he realized something horrifying. Adam wasn't spiraling emotionally anymore. He had already made his decision. Hours later, Riza met Adam again in a hidden loft apartment outside the city. The mood felt different this time. Darker, more final. Riza watched him carefully. You fought with Victor. Adam removed his jacket slowly. He thinks you corrupted me. Riza smiled faintly. Did I? Adam looked at her for a long moment, then finally admitted the truth. No. Riza's eyes narrowed slightly. Adam continued quietly. You just reminded me how easy it is to stop pretending. That answer changed everything, because now Riza knew. Adam was no longer resisting. She handed him a small encrypted device. Adam stared at it carefully. What is this? Our next move. Adam looked up slowly. You're serious. Completely. He hesitated. One final hesitation, one final chance to walk away, and Riza noticed it immediately. You can still go back to them, she whispered. Adam thought about Chelsea, Connor, Victor, the Newman name, the endless pressure, the constant judgment. Then he looked back at the device in his hand, and something inside him shifted completely. No, Adam said quietly. Riza smiled, because Spider had finally returned. But neither of them realized someone else was already watching the building from across the street. Billy Abbott. And the moment Billy lifted his phone to take a photo through the loft window, he saw something that made his blood run cold. Not Adam, not Riza, but a confidential Newman file spread open across the table beside them. A file marked with one terrifying word. Victor. Billy's eyes widened instantly, because whatever Adam and Riza were planning next, it wasn't just illegal anymore, it was personal. And as Billy reached for his phone to warn Victor, a hand suddenly grabbed him from behind.